Hello, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to discuss the chapter named India in the Medieval Period. Welcome to a journey through medieval India, a time of immense change in society, economy, politics, religion, and culture. Let's explore how this fascinating period unfolded and shaped our history. The medieval period in India was a transformative era spanning from the 8th to the 18th century. This period is broadly divided into two periods: the early medieval period from the 8th to the 12th century, and the late medieval period from the 13th to the 18th century. The early medieval period from the 8th to the 12th century was dominated by the Palas, Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas, Cholas, and Rajputs. The late medieval period from the 13th to the 18th century was marked by the rise of the Delhi Sultanate and the Mughal Empire. During this time, society, economy, politics, religion, and culture underwent significant changes shaping the history and identity of the Indian subcontinent. The first article of the Constitution of India states that India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. The Republic of India is called Bharat, while Hindustan is mostly used in historical contexts, especially British India. Today, these three terms are interchangeably used to refer to the political and national entity that is identified as India. India's identity evolved through various names. Bharat, derived from King Bharata, son of Dushyanta, a legendary ruler mentioned in the Mahabharata. India, the Greek historian Herodotus referred to the region as Ivdia, derived from Greek via Latin word Ivdia, which stood for region beyond the river Indus. The name is ultimately derived from Sindhu, which is the Sanskrit name of the river. It eventually became India in English. Hindustan. This term was used by the Sultanate and the Mughal rulers to describe their territories. But the term Hindustan does not carry the same meaning as it does today. For example, Minhaj us Siraj, a chronicler in the 13th century CE, used the term to denote the areas of Punjab, Haryana, and the lands between Ganga and Yamuna under the Delhi Sultanate. In the 16th century, Babur used the term Hindustan to describe the geography, fauna, and culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. It was only during the British era that Hindustan became to be synonymous with the name India. Historians rely on various sources to reconstruct the past, and the medieval period offers a rich variety of evidence. There are two sources of information about the medieval period: literary sources and archaeological sources. Literary sources. The invention of paper was around 100 BCE in China. It revolutionized record keeping. It was gradually introduced to the rest of the world. In India, literates and chroniclers began writing chronicles of rulers, petitions, judicial records, accounts, and taxes on it. Religious teachings and traders' transactions were also recorded on paper. Earlier manuscripts were collected only by wealthy people, rulers, monasteries, and temples, and stored in archives. These manuscripts and documents provide a lot of detailed information to historians. However, historians have to be very careful while using these old manuscripts since there was no printing press in those days. Scribes copied manuscripts by hand. As scribes copied manuscripts, they introduced small changes unknowingly. And there is a possibility that these small changes went on increasing generation after generation to such an extent that the manuscripts of the same text became substantially different from one another. The medieval chronicles were written by contemporary authors who were either court historians or travelers who came to India. These chronicles are full of information on contemporary political and economic conditions. However, such writings are not free from prejudice and bias of the writers. Therefore, they are not always reliable. Archaeological sources. Archaeological findings prove real evidence of the medieval period's advancements. Coins offer insights into the economic conditions and trade routes and rulers. Monuments showcase architectural styles, technological advancements, and social values. Temples, forts, and palaces stand as testaments to the era's engineering and artistic skills. Inscriptions found on walls and pillars, they reveal details about rulers, social norms, and historical events. During this period, many foreign travelers visited India and recorded their observations in their accounts. Some of the notable names are Al Masudi was an Arab traveler who provided extensive insights into India's society and culture. Al-Biruni accompanied Mahmud of Ghazni and documented Indian life in his book Tahqiq-e-Hind. Ibn Battuta, in his book Rehla, describes the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and India's social and economical conditions. Domingo Pais, a Portuguese traveler, detailed the Vijayanagara Empire under Krishna Deva Raya. William Hawkins was the first East India Company representative to the Mughal court of Jahangir. Sir Thomas Roe was the ambassador of King James I to Emperor Jahangir, providing valuable accounts of Mughal administration. Among the literary sources of information, various texts provide valuable insights about the period. Some of the important ones are Tariq al-Hind, Prithviraj Raso, Babar Nama, Tabakat-e-Nasiri, Fatwa-e-Jahandai, Akbar Nama, Sursagar, and Padmavat. Emergence of new social and political groups. Between the years 700 and 1750 CE, a number of people came to the India attracted by its wealth. Early Muslim invaders like Mahmud of Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori arrived. Prithviraj Chauhan, the Indian ruler from Jahamana dynasty, was ruling in India and Ajmer area, initially defeated by Muhammad Ghori, but was later overthrown. Muhammad Ghori's conquest led to the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate was replaced by the Mughals, who established the Mughal Empire. Indigenous groups like Rajputs, Sikhs, Marathas, Ahoms, and Jats also rose to importance during this period. Economic changes. The medieval period saw significant economic transformations driven by advancements in agriculture, trade, and technology. Forests were cleared to cultivate more land, and new irrigation techniques such as the Persian wheel increased productivity. The spinning wheel made weaving easier, firearms enhanced military tactics, and paper improved record keeping. Potatoes, chilies, corn, tea, and coffee enriched the Indian diet brought by traders and settlers from other parts of the world. Regional markets flourished and peasants contributed goods, services, and taxes to their local rulers. The early medieval period was marked by the rise of small kingdoms often at war with each other. A notable conflict was the Tipati struggle among the Palas, Pratiharas, and Rashtrakutas. In South India, the Cholas emerged as a powerful force, establishing trade networks with Southeast Asia and China. In North India and the Deccan, large empires like those of the Delhi Sultans and the Mughals were created which encompassed many regions. However, the dimension and control of these empires varied under different rulers. Religious traditions. Religion played a vital role in shaping medieval society. The period witnessed major developments in the religious traditions and important changes took place in Hinduism. The Bhakti movement advocated devotion to a personal deity, transcending caste and religious barriers. Saints like Kabir and Mirabai inspired social and spiritual reforms. Islam was introduced through invasions and trade. It became a significant religious and cultural force. Sufism preached the cause of socio religious reforms and the gospel of equality to all mankind. Sufi saints like Nizamuddin Ulliya and Moinuddin Chishti influenced medieval Indian society. This was medieval India, a rich tapestry of change, progress, and cultural evolution. Its legacy lives on in the agriculture, traditions, and the stories that define us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. In coming videos, we will try to understand more about the chapter. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please click the like button to motivate us to make more such videos. Please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for notifications.